Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nick Bakay, and I'm standing in front of the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. It's Hollywood's night to shine, Oscar Night 1992. From Los Angeles, live on tape, it's the Dennis Miller Show. Tonight from Knots Landing, Ted Shackleford. The violent Femmes. Sports commentators Chet Forte and Steve Hartman. Comedian Kevin Meaney. And now it's him.
Okay, so I'm not Dennis. Tonight, as you all know, is Oscar night. So Dennis can't be here to do the opening joke. But he's asked me to do it for him. You see, my name is Valerie Redhorse. I'm a full-blooded Cherokee Indian. Now, you may not believe I'm an Indian. But that's because I'm probably not wearing your idea of Hollywood's stereotypical American Indian costume. Okay? But Dennis does want me to do this joke for him. Being that it's Oscar night, that means a night of political demonstrations. This year it's these outings. Do you know that if Beauty and the Beast wins tonight, there is an actual group of militant comical characters that are asking for Jean-Claude Van Damme to admit that he is actually a two-dimensional cartoon figure? Thank you. And now it's really him, Dennis Miller.
Tried to get Brando to do the first joke, but he said, hey, you know, on Copperfield's next special, he's really gonna fly. Good, Dave. All right. I'll be at home really believing you're really flying. Okay, because I'm like a complete ass. All right. You'll believe a man can fly. No, I won't. Well, folks, it's Monday, and you know what that means. Yeah, Bill Clinton mired in scandal again. Now people are taking pot shots at Bill. Evidently, Clinton admitted to trying marijuana in England in 1968 during his stint as the fifth Beatle. Marijuana. Whew, he's really going after the brown vote now, isn't he? Now it's the loner with the $100 donors versus the stoner with a boner. His new campaign slogan is "Speak softly and carry a big tie stick." These are too easy. I'm in T-League here. What? Clinton later told reporters that he hopes the buzz surrounding this story won't bogart to real news about his campaign, and that any political hits he takes will be nipped in the bud by the dilation of his support and the sweet, pungent smell of victory. Democratic choice between Clinton and Brown has become so frightening, there's talk of having Mario Cuomo shot as a traitor if he refuses to run. Just a... Well, it's Oscar night and a full moon, no less. The Space Shuttle Atlantis will remain aloft one extra day to give astronauts a chance to search outer space for Jerry Brown's agenda. I don't want to say George Bush is confident about re-election, but yesterday he was campaigning with a joy buzzer, which, all right. White Men Can't Jump topped the weekend box office. They're already planning a sequel. Democrats Can't Win. That'll come out in November. At the annual Gridiron Club dinner on Saturday, President Bush amused the audience by doing an impersonation of Johnny Carson. Apparently, the gag worked so well, the crowd called out to Bush to retire on May 22nd. The Department of Education released a study recently that says American students are still far behind in science skills. Education Secretary Lamar Alexander proposed visiting schools in other countries to learn their teaching methods if there was just some way to get there without falling off the edge of the world. Out of New York primary coming up, out of 736 New York City people polled, 66% of the Democrats and 60% of the Republicans wished that other candidates were in the race. 34% of the Democrats and 40% of the Republicans sucker punched the poll taker for getting in their way. And finally, researchers are looking at a plan to put foam at the end of airport runways as a way to stop runaway planes safely. The foam would, of course, be provided by Northwest pilots who would level off the tops of their pre-flight beverages. Tonight, How was the streaker? I didn't get a shot of him. Was he well hung, or, I didn't want to give you a teeny-weeny streaker. We went to Central Casting and said, give us a tripod. Tonight, my guests are, from Knots Landing. I got the name of the damn show. Ted Shackleford is... The Violent Femmes! But they've decided not to sing. But Ted Shackleford's gonna sing. The chase scene from Knots Landing. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we've got sports announcers Chet Forte and Steve Hartman are here, and comedian Kevin Meaney. Oh, Goldie, thank you, folks.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Bud Light. Everything else is just a light.
All right. Envelope, please. Welcome back. Hey. Let's go out to our announcer, Nick Bakay. He's at the Oscars. Nicky, check in.
Hello, Dennis.
What's happening, Nick? It looks live out there.
Oh, I tell you, the air is crisp with anticipation as I stand here at the fabled corners of Elvaca Avenue and Billy Barty Way.
You look like you're at a red light there, are you?
Yeah, the traffic is stopped,
Okay.
and we are very excited. And I tell you, it's amazing. I mean, the plethora of stars and superstars who are filing in here, Dennis. I'm just amazed. Let's go to our live camera now and watch the panorama of stars as they enter here on the fabled red carpet at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. Let's see, who have we got? Oh, Kevin Costner is here, Robin Hood.
Can you get hold of him, Nick?
Tom Cruise is here with his lovely wife, Nicole Kidman. Jack Nicholson, of course. Numerous Oscars on his shelf. And, of course, from Beverly Hills 90210, lovable moppet Shannon Doherty. She is here and looking good. Anthony Hopkins, Hannibal Lecter. I'm scared even from over here. Sally Field, we like you. We do. Oh, Cher. Nice headdress. Jane Fonda here, of course, with Ted Turner, her new husband. Diana Ross and Michael Jackson have entered the building.
Yeah.
And, of course, pretty lady Shannon Doherty. She is here. Dennis, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen enough superstars, the kind of stars that really you like to see them speckle an event like this. For example, from the Dukes of Hazzard, John Schneider, he is here. Television's Buck Rogers, Gil Gerard, he is here. Venerable funny man Red Buttons, he is here live with Hervé Villachez. And, of course, from Beverly Hills 90210, the lustrous and eye-filling Shannon Doherty. She is here, and I am beside myself with excitement.
Nick, we'll get back to you a little later. It looks exciting out there. Thank you, buddy.
I'll be back.
Nick Bakay at the Oscars. I wasn't sure if that was Hervé Villachez or the actual statue itself. I took Nick's wonderful comedy bit and bastardized it. Okay. Hey, we got a letter this week. I love this. One of our talent bookers actually sent a request to Buckingham Palace for Fergie and Andrew to come on and explain why the marriage went sour. And they actually wrote us back. They're so proper over there. It says, the Duke and Duchess of York have asked me to write and thank you for your facsimiles of March 19th, 1992, in which you asked if they would appear on the Dennis Miller Show. Their Royal Highnesses appreciated your invitation, but regret that it will not be possible for them to attend. I am sorry to have to send you a disappointing reply. And that's from some English guy. Okay, I understand. So they can't make it over. Hey, I got other letters this week. I took some mail home. I haven't been reading the mail lately because I've been so inundated with the show, but I actually took a box full of letters home this week. I want to say all the people at home, especially this guy, made me a sampler. He's a sweet, unemployed guy, made me a sampler on his free time at home. His name's Aaron Mason from somewhere in the Midwest, but he made me this Dennis Miller thing. I just want to tell you, like I said, I should read these letters more often because I think sometimes when you're doing TV, you forget there's an actual exchange going on here between human beings. I was deeply touched by these letters, and I'll continue to try to do well for you. In the 13 seasons, my first guest has played Gary Ewing. His character has changed from an alcoholic, compulsive gambler to a caring, evolved alcoholic, compulsive gambler, and he's on Knots Landing. Ted Shackleford.
Loose. You're loose.
I gotta be, man. I'm out here so often. You kind of have to get...
Actually, I'm on Dallas. I'm not on...
Oh, you're JR.
Yes.
Now, you guys have done this actually, or beaten Dallas. You ever think that when you did
No,
this
actually, we haven't beaten Dallas.
Oh, I thought that was like 14.
No, they did. They do. They did 13 or 14 years, but they did more episodes than we have done so far. But we will, I think, after next season, beat them.
Overtake them. Isn't that weird? A little spin-off, little cul-de-sac in San Diego. It's going to be one of the longest running shows ever.
Cul-de-sac in San Diego.
Isn't that what it is? A cul-de-sac?
It's a cul-de-sac.
But it's not in San Diego?
No, it's in Granada Hills, actually.
Oh.
Knots Landing.
Well, yeah, I watch it, but I always thought for some reason it was San Diego.
No, actually, you know what it is? It's a composite of Pacific Palisades and then some other place.
Oh, okay.
But we shoot it out in Granada Hills.
Oh, I do watch it. Now you all don't think I watch it, but actually, he's the whacked one. It isn't San Diego. Is your character coming back for the 14th season? Do you find it a drag talking about the show? You must have talked about this show for the last...
Yeah, but it beats the alternative, you know?
I'm not talking about the show. Is your character going to be back, though?
far as I know, we did get picked up, so we're coming back. And they just put out the offers, so we'll see what happens.
But now I understand that you have a side light going that you might fascinate you more than the show that you've been doing so long, but you're breeding...
Actually, I don't breed them. German Shepherds.
Yeah. You import them? Or?
Yeah, we import them. We bring them over from Germany and train them up and then sell them. They're like protection dogs. You know, like most police dogs in this country are Schutzhund trained.
What was that again?
Schutzhund.
Okay.
Das heißt protection dog.
All right.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Nein.
We're going to talk more about these dogs when we come back with Ted Shackleford, Sportson. Right after this. We're back with the Violent Femmes, and now tell me more about these dogs. Now, why did you start on these dogs? Actually, a hideous beginning, right?
Yeah. Actually, it was a hideous beginning, but it turned out to be a good thing. I got held up one night about 6 years ago. I got a gun stuck to the back of my head, and they marched me into the house, and I decided I didn't want to go through that again. So. But
it's weird. It's like that trend that's happening now. They followed you
That's exactly what it was, only it was a little before the time.
Yeah, and that's happening a lot now. Yeah. You got to watch this when you get money out of your ATM and that. They saw you with
Well, you know, my wife and we live not too far from an ATM. We walk over there, and I go over there with a dog, and one night these two guys were walking by, and they're kind of screwed up. And one of them came over towards me, and the dog was with me, and, you know, I knew he was going to do, and he went for the guy. Guy backs up. Just to show you how screwed up he was, he said, "Hey, does he really do that?" He started to pet the dog, and the dog went for him again.
Yeah, maybe he was so screwed up he thought the dog's mouth was the ATM machine.
Maybe.
Boy, it kept my card. And my entire fist. So you got robbed, and you decided to...
I just didn't want to go through that again. I didn't want to be a victim again. I wanted to slow him down. It was either get a gun or get a dog, and I'm not crazy about guns.
What was the first feeling, though, after? When the next day? Are you incredibly scared, or are you incredibly pissed off?
Yes, no.
Which one?
No. I wasn't angry because they did exactly what they came to do. They robbed me. They didn't hurt me. They didn't do anything they didn't have to do. And if they'd hurt me, I don't know, but I wasn't angry. I was real grateful, but I was scared. I was scared for about a month there. Every time a car drive by,
little creeps.
Yeah. And the weirdest thing, you'd be driving in your car and you think, I could get blindsided at any minute now. I mean, it was that kind of a, how tenuous life is, kind of thing. So I got the dog, and it's a trained.
Well, your space had been broken, man. It
violated, actually.
And then you feel weird for it. Now the dog, you feel great with the dog, right?
Yeah, the dog's terrific. Besides the security system and the wall and the armed guard. No armed guard. The dog's terrific because the dog hears stuff. And I take my cue off the dog. If I hear something, he doesn't react. Then
you grown fond of the little beast?
Oh, they're great dogs. I mean, they're real pets. Just pets is what they are, and they're German Shepherds from Germany, and a Shepherd breed is a little more protective anyway than other breeds. They tend to bond harder than another breed of dog will.
Do you have kids?
No children.
If you had a kid, would you feel safe with it around?
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah.
So it's very cool right up until the moment it takes your carotid artery out, right?
Right. Or takes one of your feet out. Yeah.
Now I think a lot of people in LA are probably looking to safeguard themselves. What's one of these?
Well, they can be expensive. I mean, they can run anywhere from $2,000 up to, the champion in Germany, the Sieger has gone for as much as 300,000 marks, which is...
What's a mark?
Actually, 500,000 marks, which is about $300,000.
$300,000?
Yeah, for a dog.
God, do you get a CD with that?
No, but the dog makes coffee. He makes coffee for you.
All right, well, Ted, okay, real quick, I want to put everybody on the spot. Best picture tonight.
JFK.
Beautiful. I'm right there with you, brother. Ted Shackleford, folks. We'll be right back with the Violent Femmes after this.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Bounce. It stops static before static stops you.
Got my little doilies, and it's very homey here. Some terrible news. Ted Shackleford saw his dog attacked on his way back to his dressing room right after the interview segment. Happens. Evidently, somebody saw him coming from the seat, knew that he had money for appearing on the show. And the dog wasn't here. The dog was doing Arsenio. Whoop, whoop. Please, join me tomorrow when my guest will be Bakay with her album, Why Do Birds Sing, by the Violent Femmes. And Bakay will be here, and accent, is that accent grave or accent big? Anybody here know French? Anybody ever use accent on their steak? All right. Comedian David Spade, you know who that is? Little blonde tinker toy guy. Funny young kid with a dream. We'll slap him around a little. And musician Leon Redbone will be here. Yeah. Interesting. Kind of interested to see. I understand he went through puberty this morning. Let's see what happened to the voice. And longshoreman movie critic Tank Nelson. Now, I've seen this Tank Nelson guy everywhere, man. You know this guy? The common, regular man who's got the best publicist in the world. All right, let's go back to Nick at the Oscars. Nicky, what's happening?
Dennis, I believe it's accent grave. Or no, it's aigu. It's aigu.
Okay.
It is. Dennis, I got to tell you, it's amazing. There's a lot of love in the air here tonight. I don't know if you're an Oscar watcher like me. You like to see who's seeing whom in this crazy town we call Hollywood. And tonight is no exception. Let's go to the live cam and pick up the couples who are filing in tonight. Oh, look, there's Richard Gere with sultry vixen Cindy Crawford. Alec Baldwin, the bewitching Kim Basinger. They are here. And, of course, Neil Simon and Marsha Mason. Yeah, the Goodbye Girl. They are here tonight.
They're back together.
Longtime Paramours Don Rickles and Bob Newhart wore a couple of beards to the awards tonight. Dudley Moore and the pulchritudinous tall drink of water, the bewitching Susan Anton. They are here. Steve Martin is here with Bernadette Peters. And believe it or not, I'm so honored to break this story. Kiefer and Julia, they are back again. I can't believe that I'm breaking this. And of course, Ed McMahon and Pouty Beverly Hills 90210 Moppet Shannon Doherty. So there's a lot of action on and off the playing field, Dennis.
Nicky, thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel bad for that guy in the white truck back there, obviously stuck in second gear. All right, this next group is an acoustic trio out of Milwaukee, and the kids, you know, the kids nowadays, they dig their acoustic thing. It's a milder, mellower brand of teen in contemporary America. I'm even thinking of going unplugged. Their debut album in 1983 sold over 1 million copies. Here with their 5th album, performing American music, the Violent Femmes, folks.
You like American music. I like American music. Don't you like American music, baby? I want you to hold me. I want your arms around me. I want you to hold me, baby. Too many drugs. I did too many drugs. Did too many drugs too, baby. You're born too late. I was born too soon. But every time I look at the ugly moon, it reminds me of you. Reminds me of you. But I need a date to the prom. Would you like to come along? But nobody will go to the prom with me, baby. They didn't like American music. They never heard American music. They didn't know the music was in my soul. Wow, baby. You're born too soon. I was born too late. lake. It reminds me of me. It reminds me of me. Ow, ow, ow.
American music. Yeah. You know why? You know why? Because they're an American band. These fine girls, they had a plan. They were out to meet the boys in the band. They said, "Come on, dudes, let's get it on." And we proceeded to burn that whole town down. We're an American band. Mark Farner, Mel Shacker, Don Brewer. Grand Funk Railroad. Yeah. All right. It's Monday. Are we going to go back to Nick now? Is Nick still there? Does he have more funny humor pieces for us later? Okay. It's Monday. Time for Sports Update. A lot of sports going on this week. Michael Jordan's gambling allegations. Torney, crazy, psycho, Leitner, madman. Yeah. Mike Tyson sent to jail. We're going to talk about it with two guys from one of the most popular sports radio talk shows in Southern California on Mighty 690. Please welcome the loose cannons, Chet Forte and Steve Hartman, folks. Hey, boys, let's get right to it. Who do we like in the tourney? Hartman, you got to be crushed.
Indiana all the way.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. The way they routed my Bruins, you know, that was a little embarrassing.
What happened to UCLA? They didn't even show.
You know, I said I was going to reserve judgment on Jim Herrick until the season was over.
And now?
We're on TV. I can't say exactly how I feel. No, I'm just going to say Jim Herrick, I don't think he really was in control of this team.
No.
How can they be that flat for a game when they're one step away from the Final Four? I can't believe it.
What do you think, Chester?
Oh, I think Duke's going to win. I like Duke from the beginning. I think they're a much stronger team, and I think then it's a much smarter team. The Jim Herrick situation at UCLA, I don't understand at all. I think this team might have been built up too much at the beginning of the year. I saw a team that was lacking in fundamentals. You know, no rebounding, no blocking out, no leadership. I'm quite surprised they got that far, to be very honest with you. I wasn't surprised that they lost, but I think it's going to be, what a terrific game, Indiana against his ball club. Huh?
My ball club?
No, my ball club.
So Krzyzewski's just state-of-the-art, right, as far as the coach goes?
I think he's terrific.
It's not bad to have a Christian Laettner hitting miracle shots. You know, we were talking about the shot was great, but the pass was unbelievable. The guy threw the ball 3/4 of the way down the court, Grant Hill.
Right.
And that was a Joe Montana pass, right on the money.
But where's Patino? Completely asleep. He doesn't put anybody on the guy taking the ball out of bounds, and he doesn't front and back Laettner. I mean, what was he thinking? What was the defense?
I don't know what happened there. I think it fell apart at that time. So many things were going back and forth, so many clutch plays that all of a sudden he certainly should have had someone guarding Grant Hill out of bounds. There's no way he's going to throw a perfect pass like that if he got somebody 6'6" or 6'5" guarding him out of bounds. And then Laettner, I mean, what can you say about this guy? 10 for 10 shooting, 10 for 10 on the foul line, and then he steps on a guy and gets away with it, right? What do you want from this guy?
Yeah. Best performance since Walton at Memphis State. Yeah,
I think
you know what reminded me of was that Russian pass that they beat us with.
Exactly, the Sergei Belov pass there, which they threw that pass about 4 times before they finally went in, so they gave it to him.
Okay, Mike Tyson sentenced to prison this week, 6 years. You think it was?
I agree. I agree with these people.
Champ has his fans in the crowd tonight.
After all, wasn't he a convicted rapist? I mean, I seem to recall a jury actually saying the guy was guilty.
Right.
You know, and a lot of sympathy coming out for Mike Tyson.
I listened to your show this week, and you got calls about that it's a racist act, him being sentenced.
Well, they're trying to turn everything into a racist act. I think Mike Tyson got a very fair sentence, and I think he's very lucky. What I didn't like after the fact, Dennis, is Mike Tyson mugging for the cameras. I don't think he still realizes what he has to go through. You remember him walking out of the courtroom, and he was covered, his manacles were covered, and then he makes a sign like this. I don't think he understands what's going on there.
Well,
I think it was a fair sentence.
Well, I know in your background you have, I know in your background you've had some ups and downs with gambling, and certainly you have been acquainted with denial. It just looks to me like he's in some sort of ironclad denial phase or something.
Oh, absolutely, Dennis. I think he is. I think he's in denial, and I think, very honestly, and I'll upset a lot of people by saying this, I think Michael Jordan's in denial, too.
Yeah, that's a big story this week. Yeah. Allegations that he has a bit of
It seems to me he's got a gambling problem. He doesn't want to fess up to it. And I think the best thing that he can do is just fess up to it, that he's got a gambling problem. I'm surprised that the NBA hasn't reprimanded him in some way. The one statement that I didn't like is Michael saying that he has a right to pal around with whom he wants to. I mean, that's the one thing that all sports is worried about, that you're palling around with unsavory characters. I think Michael was off base making that statement.
Yeah.
You know, he shouldn't have made it. What do you think, Steve?
Well, I agree with you. I mean, you have to watch out for your athletes that they're, hanging out with the undesirables. I remember, Leo DeRocher's not on the Baseball Hall of Fame, all because he was accused of hanging around undesirable people. He was suspended from baseball for 1 year. Thank you. And don't
give us any Leo the lip.
But Leo DeRocher's been kept out of the Hall of Fame for 45 years.
Real quick in closing, the New York Mets have agreed not, as a group, to not talk to the press. Growing trend. Do you think the press is too intrusive with sports figures, and is this the wave of the future?
Oh, I don't know. I think that the biggest problem I had moving from television as a producer-director to doing a radio show is that when I interview coaches and athletes, they never tell the truth. Anyway, so what's the difference? What are you losing if you're a newspaper guy? They're never going to tell you.
Just make it up anyway.
That's right, make it up. They're going to make the story up anyway. They're never going to tell you the truth. So what's the difference?
Good to see you boys again. Chet Forte, Steve Hartman. We'll be right back. Comedian Kevin Meaney right after this. Nicky Bakay at the Oscars. Nick, talk to me.
Dennis, I am amazed. The name of the game at the 1992 Oscars is Superstar. Let's go to the live cam. Let's have a look at this panoply of stars.
Show me.
Oh, my goodness. Diane Cannon still sporting a forehead scar from a Lakers loose ball foul. Who else? Michael Caine is here. What is it all about, Alfie? Who else is here tonight? Diana Ross there with, I can't tell, is it Tony Orlando or one of the Hudson brothers? I can't tell. And Glenn Campbell, of course, up for Best Song for his theme from Silence of the Lambs. He is here tonight. And, oh, my goodness, a night of reunited couples. Sonny and Cher. Cher decked out in a very skimpy Bob Mackie gown. You can see her new tattoo. Oh, my goodness, that's no tattoo. It's amazing. I love it.
Oh, I am envious of you, Nicky. Keep me posted out here. Tell me when Tyrone Power shows up. You know,
My next guest has had 2 HBO specials, one of the most unusual stand-up comedians working today. Please welcome the lovely Kevin Meaney, folks.
What a show!
You're big pant people.
Stop it, Dennis, talking like that.
Go ahead, run with that for a while. I love that.
That's it. We couldn't wear tight pants when I was a kid. My mother would say, "You are not wearing those tight pants out tonight, mister. You get upstairs and put your big pants on." Going outside with tight pants on. We're big pant people. The Richters are coming over. The Richters. Mrs. Richter, she had a thyroid condition. So her eyes would bug out of her head. So my mother would say, before they come over to dinner, "No one look at her eyes." So we'd be there just having dinner, looking up. We could see her heartbeat in her pupils. You know, just waiting for him to pop out of her head onto the plate.
Your parents, do they mind you making fun of them?
Well, not really. They're my big fans, both my mom and dad. And, you know, I was reading an article in the newspaper it was a while ago. This guy, John Thompson, have you seen this?
The basketball coach?
No. He was a kid from North Dakota. Both his arms were severed in a farming accident. And the kid, they sewed his arms back on, thank God. But it really reminded me of my family, because if something like this happened to me, I don't know if you read the newspaper, but what happened was he
had the foresight to grab his arms and...
No, he didn't. He left his arms on... No, he didn't grab his arms. No, what happened was his arms were cut off. He has to go into the house, open up the door with his mouth, dial the emergency number with his mouth, and...
touch phone.
Touch phone,
okay.
Yeah. And so he gets... so he's there in the living room with his bleeding, blood everywhere. All he can think of is that his mother is going to kill him because he's getting blood all over the carpet. Because my mother would do this. "Oh, my God. I don't care if both your arms are off. Bleeding everywhere. That's not right. Could not believe. Why couldn't you go into the bathroom?" They went into the bathroom, and he's laying in the bathtub with no arms, waiting for help to arrive. All he can think of now, this is in the paper, is that the dog is going to get his arms.
We're short-sleeved people.
But the kid is doing
He's
good.
okay now.
He's doing fine, yeah. He's
Can't
doing
believe
fine.
that?
Yeah.
Microsurgery, right? They put his arms back on?
I don't know what kind of surgery it was, but it was... Yeah, matter of fact, it was microsurgery. Yeah. That's exactly what it was. Big micro thing.
Of course, you are Dr. Kildare, and I'm Dr. Casey over here. All right, tell me about this new special now. Every time I turn around, you're working on HBO. They love you over there, don't they?
Yeah, I'm doing... this is not for HBO. This is for...
What is this for? Oh,
this
ABC.
Is for ABC.
You've gone to the network now.
Gone to the networks, you know.
Jeez.
You know,
tell me about it. Give me a
So
little...
this is going to be on Sunday night at 8:30, and it's called America's Super Showcase. It's a spin-off of America's Funniest People.
Oh,
And it's
I'll
another
be
show.
tuned in then, because I don't get enough of the everyman being crazy like that.
These are paid professionals.
Oh.
These aren't just wacky, everyday people.
Yeah. Okay.
We've got great acts on this show. Got Amazing Jonathan.
Oh, I've seen him, yeah.
You know, Carrot Top.
Oh.
You know, you really should get Carrot Top for this show. He'd be great for the show.
You know, I've worked with Carrot Top
Have you really?
once on the road.
Yeah.
He was supposed to do 40 minutes, and he did like an hour. And I don't think I'm going to be booking him. No, Carrot, I kid. I love you. You're the new Lana Lang.
No.
All right, so it's
It's a good show.
April
It'll be a lot
5th,
of fun.
8:30 Eastern Time on ABC. Kevin Meaney, America's Super Showcase. We're not big pan people once more.
Dennis, we are not big pan people.
All right, we'll be right back after this with music from the Violent Femmes. Let's go back to Nick at the Oscars. Nick, talk to me.
Dennis, boy, it's amazing. We're minutes away from the start, and yet it is still crawling with stars here. Let's go to the live cam as the Klieg lights turn on to light up the Hollywood night. Oh, my goodness, the Great Hall is filling up, and there's a palpable excitement here. You can feel it. The place is crawling with stars. They keep coming. Look, there's Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh. Fess Parker. Daniel Boone is a man. Of course, from Beverly Hills 90210, Shannon Doherty is here. Look at that back. That is cut. Oh, my goodness. She's been doing the Nautilus. Richard Grieco, he is here tonight. And the Drum and Bugle Corps from the film For the Boys. They are here. And we stand in amazement at the incredible panoply of Hollywood, of the magic, the mystery of Tinseltown. Hey!
I thought you were out of the Oscars.
April Fool's, buddy. How you doing? I'm sorry. I blew the remote money. I bet it all on Kentucky, and Duke pulled it on the last minute, so we're worth something up here.
Don't worry about it. You know you're my favorite son. Hey, I'd like to thank my guests tonight, Ted Shackleford, Chet Forte, and Steve Hartman, Kevin Meaney, and taking us on is the Violent Femmes performing their hit, Blister in the Sun. Good night, teenagers. Say good night, Nicky.
Good night,
Don't worry about it.
When I'm walking, I struck my stop, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on, like a blister in the sun. Let me go on. Big hands, I know you're the one. Body beats, I stain my sheets, I don't even know what. My girlfriend, she's at the end, she is starting to cry. Let me go on, like a blister in the sun. Let me go on. Big hands, I know you're the one. Hey. When I'm walking, I struck my stuff, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. And then body beats, I stain my sheets, I don't even know why. My girlfriend, she's at the end, she's starting to cry. When I'm walking, I struck my stuff, yeah, I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on, like a blister in the sun. Let me go on, big hands, I know you're the
When in Los Angeles, guests of the Dennis Miller Show stay at the St. James Club and Hotel.